There could be a jar of honey resting in your kitchen at this very moment. Perhaps you incorporate it into your tea or lightly pour it over toast, believing it to be among the healthiest sweeteners available. However, there's an intriguing fact you may not be aware of. Pairing honey with inappropriate foods can subtly undermine your well-being, increasing the likelihood of inflammation, digestive issues, and even severe ailments such as memory loss and specific cancers. Indeed, honey, that precious treasure bestowed upon us by nature, can turn detrimental if not used wisely. No need for concern. In this episode, I will carefully guide you on what to avoid mixing with honey, and, more crucially, what to pair it with to genuinely nourish your body, safeguard your mind, and enhance your long-term well-being. We will delve into 3 perilous combinations to steer clear of and 3 straightforward healing pairings you can begin implementing today. Let us commence. Darling, a present accompanied by a cautionary note. Did you realize that honey is the sole food on our planet that remains eternally fresh? In ancient Egyptian tombs, archaeologists have discovered jars of honey that remain perfectly edible, even after over 3,000 years. This is due to the fact that honey is inherently abundant in enzymes, antioxidants, and antimicrobial properties that allow it to endure over time. Yet, honey transcends being merely a sweetener. It stands as one of nature's most potent remedies. Raw honey is rich in amino acids, trace minerals such as iron and zinc, and natural sugars that your body can readily absorb. There's no requirement for digestion. Honey provides a swift and pure source of energy, free from the crash associated with refined sugars. Throughout various cultures, honey has often been referred to as the nectar of the gods, and rightly so. It bolsters the immune system, alleviates sore throats, aids digestion, and possesses natural anti-inflammatory qualities that assist your body in combating illness. Yet, despite all its advantages, honey is not a miracle cure. Indeed, when combined with unsuitable foods, honey may forfeit its beneficial qualities, or even worse, it can trigger adverse reactions within the body that strain digestion, disrupt mineral absorption, and potentially heighten inflammation over time. That's why understanding the application of honey is crucial, not just the decision to incorporate it. Before you stir honey into your next cup of tea or mix it with your favorite snack, let's delve into the food combinations that can either benefit or hinder your health. Next up, here are the 3 combinations with honey that you definitely want to steer clear of. First, honey and soy products, including tofu and soy milk. At first glance, the idea of blending honey with soy milk or tofu may appear to be a nutritious option. Ultimately, both receive significant acclaim for their positive effects on health. Honey boasts natural enzymes and antioxidants, whereas soy is recognized for being a heart-healthy plant-based protein. However, this is the aspect that many individuals often overlook. When these two are taken together, they may subtly hinder your body's capacity to absorb and gain advantages from either one. Let us start by exploring the events that unfold at a chemical level. Honey is composed of various natural organic acids, such as gluconic acid and citric acid, along with other trace acids that contribute to its subtly tangy aftertaste. Products derived from soy, particularly soy milk and tofu, boast a significant amount of plant-based proteins. Upon encountering the acids present in honey, these proteins engage in a reaction. This reaction may result in a phenomenon known as protein precipitation. Essentially, a gathering of molecules that complicates the processing of soy protein by your body. Rather than being fully digested and absorbed, these clumps often move through the digestive tract without providing their complete nutritional benefits. Even more concerning, they have the potential to interfere with the typical digestive process, resulting in feelings of heaviness, bloating, or discomfort in the stomach. As individuals age, it is common for their digestive processes to gradually slow down. The gut grows increasingly sensitive, the equilibrium of stomach acid alters, and the enzymes essential for effective digestion may not be generated in the same quantities as previously. In that context, introducing a challenging food combination such as soy and honey can disrupt your digestive flow even further. However, digestion is merely one aspect of the problem. In the realm of traditional Eastern food theory, which has shaped both ancient and contemporary views on nutrition, each food embodies a unique energy or thermal characteristic. Soy is regarded as a food that brings a sense of coolness, offering calmness and soothing qualities, while also being beneficial for lowering internal heat. Honey, in contrast, is viewed as invigorating, energizing, and capable of generating warmth. The combination of these two can result in an energetic clash, causing confusion in the stomach and potentially leading to discomfort, fatigue, or a sense of imbalance. For those with delicate systems, this imbalance can manifest as a subtle discomfort, a sort of fatigue and heaviness following a meal. At first glance, you may overlook it, but if you've experienced soy milk with honey and found yourself feeling gassy, bloated, or unexpectedly sluggish afterward, it wasn't just a figment of your imagination. Your body was signaling that something was amiss. This goes beyond merely experiencing satiety. Over time, consistent poor food combinations can undermine the digestive system, hinder nutrient absorption, and impose additional stress on the organs that tirelessly support our energy and well-being, such as the liver, pancreas, and intestines. While honey and soy each have their own health benefits, their combination tends to generate more tension than assistance. Grasping the way your food engages within the body, beyond its presentation on the plate, embodies a subtle form of insight that supports us in aging with clarity, comfort, and compassion. Secondly, pairing honey with foods that are rich in tannins. A cup of tea with honey brings a profound sense of warmth and solace. For countless individuals, it forms an essential part of their daily routine, offering warmth, comfort, and a sense of authenticity. It's quite logical. Tea brims with antioxidants, while honey is celebrated for its remarkable healing properties. What if I suggested that merging them could actually be causing more damage than benefit? The problem stems from a substance known as tannins. Tannins are organic substances present in various foods and beverages, particularly in black tea, green tea, and unripe persimmons. They contribute to that subtly dry, bitter flavor you may detect when tea is steeped too long or when a fruit hasn't reached its peak ripeness. Tannins by themselves aren't necessarily negative. Indeed, they possess properties that combat free radicals and promote cardiovascular well-being. However, complications arise when tannins interact with minerals, especially iron, which is present in raw honey in small yet significant quantities. When tannins and iron interact in your digestive system, they combine to create a compound that your body is unable to absorb. This implies that rather than receiving the energy and immune support typically associated with honey, your body ultimately discards those advantages, leaving them unutilized and unabsorbed. At first glance, this may seem trivial, yet for older adults, it holds greater significance than we often realize. With the passage of time, our bodies inherently take in less iron, and when iron levels are insufficient, our blood struggles to transport oxygen effectively. That's when we begin to experience fatigue, mental cloudiness, or even a slight shortness of breath during routine activities. If you find pleasure in adding honey to your tea, particularly black or green varieties, and have been experiencing a dip in energy, the solution could very well lie within your brew. There exists an additional dimension to this. Honey is rich in gentle nutrients, vitamins, enzymes, and natural elements that aid digestion and enhance immunity. However, when you mix honey into steaming hot tea, particularly immediately after pouring, the intense heat can eliminate those precious components. It is recommended to use water that is warm, ideally within the range of 130 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit, rather than hot. This maintains the beneficial properties of honey and facilitates your body's ability to utilize them. We must also consider the digestive repercussions. When taken in significant quantities or by those who are particularly sensitive, tannins can create a sensation of tightness, heaviness, or discomfort in the stomach. Many have experienced that sensation of bloating or discomfort after enjoying a robust cup of tea. Incorporating honey into the blend, particularly on an empty stomach, might lead to some mild discomfort, despite your good intentions of promoting health. Thirdly, a delightful combination of honey and onion. In recent years, you might have come across various natural health trends circulating online, one of which involves soaking onions in honey. It is frequently touted as a natural solution for colds, coughs, and even high blood pressure. At first glance, it appears to be logical. Honey and onions are recognized for their various health advantages. Honey possesses antibacterial properties and offers a soothing effect. Onion aids in diminishing inflammation and promotes cardiovascular well-being. However, what many individuals fail to understand is this. When taken in combination, these two components can indeed lead to discomfort, and in certain instances, they may hinder your digestion rather than promote your recovery. Let's delve deeper into the reasons behind this. Onions are infused with a compound known as allyl sulfide, which gives them their distinctive sharp aroma and flavor. This compound exhibits volatility, readily releasing gas upon interaction with other elements, particularly in the warmth of the stomach. Combining allyl sulfide with honey, particularly on an empty stomach or in significant quantities, can lead to fermentation or reactions that heighten gas production. For numerous individuals, this results in bloating, burping, and an overall sensation of fullness in the stomach area. It doesn't always happen right away, and each person's experience can vary significantly. Yet, it occurs more frequently than one might assume. Moreover, both onion and honey possess biological activity. These elements include enzymes, natural acids, and biocompounds that may either harmonize or conflict with one another. In this scenario, specific enzymes present in raw onion are thought to disrupt the advantageous enzymes and antibacterial properties contained in honey. The combination may negate some of the protective benefits that each food provides individually, rather than enhancing the immune system. A seldom discussed issue is the effect on eye health. Although scientific studies on this particular interaction remain scarce, traditional medicine references and anecdotal accounts caution that regular intake of raw onion and honey combined might lead to eye strain or irritation. There have been reports of mild vision discomfort or dryness occurring in some individuals after regular consumption of the two together. For seniors, these impacts deserve careful consideration. With the passage of time, our digestive processes tend to decelerate, our reactions to specific food pairings heighten, and the distinction between a natural remedy and a digestive strain becomes increasingly blurred. Even if two ingredients are nutritious individually, that doesn't guarantee they harmonize well on the same spoon. It's crucial to keep in mind that numerous home remedies circulating online may not always be supported by a comprehensive and balanced understanding. Although the concept of fermenting onions and honey might seem enticing, it's important to recognize that it's not a miraculous remedy, nor is it a one-size-fits-all answer. Ultimately, your body possesses an innate wisdom, and the unease you experience after venturing into the unfamiliar is rarely coincidental. Your body communicates with you softly, in its own subtle manner. The combination of honey and onion conveys a straightforward message. It's best for them to remain separate. The top 3 food combinations that complement honey beautifully. First and foremost, sweet nectar and comforting warmth. A soothing remedy for the night. The enduring tradition of warm milk before bedtime speaks volumes about its comforting allure, passed down through the ages. Perhaps you recall the warmth of your parents or grandparents preparing it for you during chilly evenings. It transcended mere settling down. It was a subtle gesture of kindness, a tender instance amidst the hustle of life. Now, when you incorporate honey into that timeless ritual, something even more potent starts to emerge. Let's discuss the topic of sleep. With the passage of time, the ease of falling asleep often eludes us. One might drift into slumber only to find themselves stirring multiple times throughout the night, or perhaps they lie there for what feels like an eternity, thoughts cycling through anxieties, or experiencing a sense of unease without any apparent cause. Inadequate sleep is more than just an annoyance. It influences memory, mood, cardiovascular well-being, and even the body's capacity for healing. At this point, warm milk with honey can provide a soothing touch. Milk is rich in an amino acid known as tryptophan. When processed effectively, tryptophan transforms in the brain into serotonin, a substance recognized as the feel-good hormone. Serotonin is essential for mood regulation, and it also significantly contributes to the production of melatonin, the hormone that signals to your body when it's time to rest. However, there's a point that often goes unnoticed by many. Drinking milk on its own may lead to inefficient absorption of tryptophan by your body. That's where the sweet elixir comes in. Honey is rich in natural sugars that facilitate the brain's absorption of tryptophan, enhancing the process significantly. The slight increase in insulin triggered by honey facilitates a greater passage of tryptophan across the blood-brain barrier. In straightforward language, honey enhances the complete sleep-promoting potential of milk. However, it goes beyond mere chemistry. It's all about finding solace. The blend of milk's soft warmth and honey's soothing sweetness brings comfort to both body and spirit. Spending about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime with this straightforward blend can significantly impact the speed at which you drift off and the depth of your slumber. This blend is also noted by some as beneficial for alleviating nighttime anxiety. The serotonin enhancement from tryptophan fosters a sense of emotional tranquility, while the natural sugars found in honey offer a gentle energy source that helps maintain stable blood sugar levels throughout the night, averting those sudden drops that can disrupt your sleep. When preparing this drink, keep in mind to use warm milk instead of hot, and incorporate the honey after the milk has been heated to preserve its natural enzymes. And here's a soft recommendation. Don't merely consume it. Embrace it as an essential element of your evening routine. Switch off the television, soften the illumination, and savor it gradually, with purpose. Allow yourself the grace to take a break. Ultimately, wellness encompasses much more than just our dietary choices. It revolves around the ways we nurture our well-being. At times, the journey towards improved well-being starts not with prescriptions, but with a serene pause, a comforting drink, and a touch of sweetness. Second point. Sweetness and spice. A holistic approach to enhancing blood flow and reducing inflammation. Cinnamon possesses a subtle yet profound strength. It transcends being merely a flavoring for desserts or festive beverages. For centuries, this aromatic spice has been embraced in traditional medicine as a natural remedy to warm the body, enhance circulation, and alleviate inflammation. The combination with honey, a time-honored remedy, yields a result that transcends mere taste. It transforms into a daily solution for many of the typical obstacles encountered as we age. Let's begin by exploring the effects this combination has on your blood. With the passage of time, our circulation tends to diminish. One may observe a chill in the extremities or experience sensations of tingling and numbness after prolonged periods of sitting or standing. At times, it can be attributed to inadequate circulation. At other moments, it manifests as inflammation within the vessels. Cinnamon effectively tackles both issues. A compound known as cinnamaldehyde is present, which helps to relax blood vessels and enhance overall blood circulation. This not only provides warmth to the extremities, but also promotes heart health by assisting in the regulation of blood pressure. Now incorporate honey into the blend. Honey possesses unique natural qualities that help reduce inflammation and combat bacteria. When combined with cinnamon, the two elements produce a harmonious effect, enhancing each other's advantages. In unison, they work to alleviate inflammation in the arteries, ease joint discomfort, and subtly promote a more robust cardiovascular system. However, the advantages extend far beyond just blood and joints. Cinnamon possesses the capability to assist in regulating blood sugar levels. This holds significant importance for those worried about diabetes or prediabetes. When combined with cinnamon, the natural sugars in honey are absorbed at a slower rate, helping to avoid sudden spikes and drops in blood sugar levels. This equilibrium supports a consistent flow of energy all day long. Preliminary studies indicate that cinnamon might enhance cognitive abilities. When paired with the antioxidants found in honey, these elements may enhance memory, focus, and cognitive clarity, an increasingly important concern as we age. What is the best way to combine them? A straightforward method involves mixing half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon into warm water or herbal tea, followed by the addition of 1 teaspoon of raw honey. Enjoy it in the morning to embrace your day with comfort and harmony, or in the afternoon when your vitality starts to wane. The essence of this pairing lies not only in its effects but in the emotions it evokes within you. The embrace of cinnamon brings a soothing warmth, while the gentle sweetness of honey adds a tender touch. It feels as though the universe is acknowledging your struggles, offering a gentle hand to lighten your burdens. As we take a moment to pause and nurture our bodies, even simple rituals such as enjoying a cup of cinnamon and honey transform into meaningful acts of restoration. Thirdly, honey and radish serve as a soothing remedy for coughs while also bolstering the immune system. Occasionally, the most basic components found in our kitchen possess unexpected strength. Consider the unassuming radish, for instance. Frequently disregarded, it presents a crisp, peppery flavor that may be a touch too sharp for certain palates. However, when combined with honey, an extraordinary transformation occurs. The intensity mellows, the tastes harmonize, and most significantly, collectively they form a calming natural solution that aids the lungs, eliminates phlegm, and bolsters the immune system. Shall we start with a question? Have you ever faced the challenge of a persistent cough that seemed impossible to shake off? A sensation that made your throat ache, your chest feel burdened, and your nights filled with unease? For numerous seniors, a simple cold can escalate into prolonged discomfort, and over-the-counter remedies often fall short or bring along undesirable side effects. This is the moment when honey and radish truly excel. White radishes, commonly referred to as daikon, are abundant in compounds that assist in breaking down mucus and clearing the respiratory tract. These substances include raffinine and S-ethiocyanates, known for their inherent antibacterial qualities. These compounds assist in combating infections, alleviating inflammation, and soothing coughing spells by loosening the mucus, facilitating its expulsion. Honey, conversely, envelopes the throat in a soothing layer of protection. The natural enzymes provide soothing relief from irritation, diminish inflammation, and possess gentle antibacterial properties. The combination of radish and honey not only elevates the flavor but also amplifies the healing properties of each ingredient. This blend has been embraced across various cultures for generations. It proves to be especially beneficial in the chillier seasons when the atmosphere is arid, the body becomes more susceptible, and viruses appear to circulate with greater ease. A classic approach is straightforward. Carefully cut fresh radish into thin slices, arrange them in a pristine jar, and generously drizzle raw honey over the slices. Allow it to rest for several hours or even overnight, allowing the radish to impart its juice into the honey. What you receive is a delightful, wholesome syrup brimming with nutrients, effortlessly enjoyed by the spoonful. Merely 1 or 2 teaspoons daily can ease dry cough, alleviate throat irritation, and bolster your body's innate defenses. Mixing the blend into warm water creates a gentle tea that is both calming and beneficial. In addition to alleviating coughs, radish is rich in vitamin C, which enhances white blood cell function and bolsters overall immunity. The fiber found in radish aids in digestion, creating a synergy that benefits both the internal and external aspects of health. This solution is, above all, mild and soothing. Only 2 natural ingredients, free from harsh chemicals and lengthy side effects, working in perfect harmony with your body. Amidst a landscape of intricate answers, it is often the simplest that hold the greatest strength. A simple combination of honey and radish might appear insignificant, yet when it aids in easier breathing, improved sleep, and enhanced strength, it transforms into something profoundly significant. What we discovered serves as a soft nudge for our daily existence. Let us pause for a moment to reflect and thoughtfully revisit the insights we've gained today. Honey is a delightful treasure bestowed upon us by nature. It transcends the role of a mere sweetener. It serves as a wellspring of vitality, solace, and restoration. However, as with all valuable things, it requires thoughtful consideration and attention. We began by exploring the 3 combinations to steer clear of when incorporating honey. Initially, we discovered that honey and soy do not blend harmoniously. The elevated protein levels in soy interact with the acids found in honey, leading to digestive discomfort and hindering nutrient uptake. Next, we observed that honey and foods rich in tannins, such as black tea, green tea, or unripe persimmons, can hinder your body's ability to absorb iron and may lead to undesirable effects like bloating or fatigue. Ultimately, we delved into the reasons why honey and onion, while both beneficial individually, may not harmonize when mixed, leading to gas, indigestion, and potentially interfering with some of honey's therapeutic properties. Then, we redirected our attention to the role of honey in love. We delved into 3 combinations that not only nourish your body but also elevate it. We discussed warm milk and honey, a soothing remedy that softly ushers the body into slumber by aiding in the absorption of tryptophan and soothing the nervous system. We unveiled a delightful combination of cinnamon and honey, a calming mixture that alleviates inflammation, enhances circulation, and aids in the regulation of blood sugar and heart wellness. Ultimately, we uncovered the restorative benefits of radish and honey, a traditional solution for cough, phlegm, and bolstering the immune system, particularly in the chillier seasons. What can we take away from all of this? Wisdom often emerges from the subtle shifts rather than monumental transformations. It frequently arises from minor decisions, from understanding how the foods we cherish affect our bodies, from paying attention to the subtle messages our digestion, energy, and sleep convey, from taking a moment to thoughtfully consider what we place in our cup, on our spoon, or on our plate, and above all, from recalling that when utilized appropriately, even the simplest elements can yield remarkable outcomes. If this video provided you with even a small amount of assistance, I encourage you to pass it along to someone you value. A companion, a young one, a partner. Occasionally, a timely piece of advice can safeguard someone's well-being or subtly steer them toward healthier choices. If you seek more reflections of this nature, calm, contemplative, and rooted in compassion, think about subscribing to the Elder's Insight. I will remain dedicated, striving to provide you with not merely facts, but a deeper comprehension, not just solutions, but meaningful perspectives. Until we meet again, be kind to yourself, get plenty of rest, nourish your body thoughtfully, and keep in mind that your body responds to the way you care for it.